Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cambridge Veritas. My name is Krishnatrya, and I am your IELTS trainer. I've been teaching IELTS for the last 15 years, and have taught IELTS on 3 different continents. And I love it absolutely when I help people like yourself who are struggling with IELTS writing. So I've dedicated my life to helping students succeed and master IELTS writing. So without further ado, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the family. If you came yesterday and have joined again today, lots and lots of love. I love your consistency. You can call me Krish. We're going to be chatting a lot in the chat box. Please don't call me sir. And let's get started. Yesterday, I promised you that we're going to be looking at how to write introduction. Now, some of you may think, but why do have a 30-minute lesson on introduction? I became an examiner in the year 2016. And my training over the years was all about giving students as much clarity as possible related to band descriptors. And do you know what I learned in band descriptors? I learned that introduction is the gateway of everything that you do in the rest of your essay. And therefore, I decided that during this week-long training session, today, which is Tuesday, I'm going to devote band 8+ strategies with you. So without going round and round, let's get started. By the way, before we start this lesson, there's a team that prepares these lessons for you. There are teachers that spend hours preparing different activities for you. There's a graphic designer that adds these beautifully looking visuals for you. And then there's me who plans and then conducts this lesson. Your support in the form of subscription, likes, and most importantly, not just being a viewer, but an active participant means a lot for us. And that means we are giving back to the community and contributing in the possibilities and the ways that we can. So if you're new or old and have just joined our family, make sure that you subscribe, comment, and participate. And remember, in this lesson, I have designed 4 to 5 activities for us. So your active involvement is very, very important. So let's get started. Here we go. What are we going to do? We're going to be looking at how do you perfect IELTS introduction and what are the things that we have to keep in mind for it. So have a look. There are 4 things that we'll do in this lesson. Point number 1. We're going to be looking at, we're going to play a game, and this game is called Which Essay Type is Strong? I'm going to show you 2 different essays. I will give you some time to read, and you have to tell me which essay type is strong. Gotcha? Point number 2. We're going to be looking at what is the purpose of an introduction paragraph? Yes, I mentioned that it is your gateway to the rest of the essay, but what is the purpose for it? What should be your mindset when you're writing the introduction so that the rest of the essay sort of follows through perfectly? We're also going to be looking at, there's a game. It's called Sentence Ordering Challenge. I'll give you a few sentences. We'll put them in jumbled order, and you have to work with me, put them in the right order, and basically understand what should be the correct order of sentences. And then towards the end of the lesson, we're going to culminate it using an activity called Try It Yourself. So stick with me until 9:30 to 9:35, and I can promise you we'll be very strong towards the end of this lesson about how do we write IELTS Task 2 Introduction. So shall we begin? Alrighty, okie dokie, here we go. So get ready with a pen and a paper and your chat box. The first activity is right in front of us. So in this activity, I have a teeny-weeny question for you. As you can see, the question is, what's the hardest part of IELTS writing task 2 for you? And I've given a couple of options here. Please have a look. Is it option A, grammar for you? Is it option B, process writing for you? That means you don't know what is process writing. Is it option C, generating ideas? You don't know how to generate ideas. Is it option D, vocabulary, which is also called lexical resources? So you don't know how to basically use words in the right way, uncommon vocabulary, idioms, falana dekana, etc., etc. Or is it something else that I've not mentioned here? So take your time. Can you quickly let me know in the comments section below, what's the hardest part for you? Perfect. I'm going to be reading and following through your comments as you put it. And let's move to the next and the main activity that we have. So this game is called Read Out Loud. What do we call this game? We call this game Read Out Loud. In this game, if you see, I have written two types of introductions. I repeat, I've written two different types of introduction. Introduction type 1, introduction type 2. The question is written above. The game is, pause the video if you want to, read the introduction, and let me know in the live chat, which introduction do you think is strong? I repeat, which introduction, in your opinion, is strong? Okie dokie? All right, I'm going to possibly make the clarity better for you. And I'm going to read the introduction out loud as well, one by one. So the first one is, let's read the question. Some people believe that studying abroad is essential for a successful career. Do you agree or disagree? Very simple, okay? Which is also quite connected to the purpose of why we are here as well. So the introduction type 1 is, education has changed significantly in recent decades. Many students now choose to pursue their studies in foreign countries, which has become a growing trend worldwide. Studying abroad provides valuable opportunities that can lead to career success. The benefits of international education, including networking opportunities and enhanced problem-solving abilities, support this view. There are two versions of this that I've written. The first version's here. The next version is I'm going to show later. I'll tell you why. And the second type is here. The globalization of education has transformed how students approach their academic journey. International study programs have become increasingly accessible, attracting students from diverse backgrounds and career aspirations. Okay. While studying abroad can contribute to career development, it should not be considered essential for professional success. All right. This perspective will be supported by examining both the availability of local opportunities and the importance of practical experience. Let's see what your answers are, if you put any. Thank you, Jasmine, Kanchan, Shayshan, Pooja, Ramanjeet, Santosh, and Jayanti. Welcome back. I think you were there yesterday as well. Welcome back. So which one do you think is strong here? They both look very strong, and they both have very strong vocabulary. But don't worry, I want to make it a little bit easier for you. I repeat, I want to make it a little bit easier for you. So I have written the easier versions as well, right in front of us. If you found that version easy, feel free to read that and you can go back to the video. But I want to make sure that this lesson caters to all the different levels of English speakers. So if your level is a little bit intermediate, then I have the same version of the activity here. What do we call this activity? It's called standardization and grading the language. This one is a little bit advanced English, both of them, but one is weak, one is strong. And this one is the same version, but a little bit graded language. Pause the video and take a moment to read this as well. They both mean the same. Allow me to share what the correct answer is. So, the first one is weak. Very good. Rekha, Jasmine, Sneha, Kanchan. Very good. So the first one is weak. And the second one is strong. ठीक है जी? Now, but why is it? I want to know what you think. So to all the participants that are there watching, tell me in the comments, why do you think this is strong? I want to know your opinion. I will, of course, share the reasons on the next slide. But in your opinion, why is this, Bhai Sahab here, the second introduction? Why do you think this introduction deserves a star? What is so special about it? Please take. Don't write complete sentences. You can write in 1 word, 2 words as well. That's okay. Thank you, Pooja, Ramanjeet, everyone. Okay. Let me share the reason. Here it is. I'm going to look at introduction 1 first, and we know that it's a weak one. Okay. But why is it weak? There are 4 things that we need to look at. I repeat, there are 4 things that we need to look at. Number 1, and these are the things that you do not have to do. I repeat, listen again. The ones that I'm going to show you now, do not do this when you write your IELTS introduction. Okay, ji, shall we start? The first point is using casual English. Remember, this is academic test, very professional. So your English has got to be very, very professional. I will talk about basic English. Not I will talk about. There are so many other alternatives. This is not professional English, not academic lingo. So that's point number 1 that you don't have to do. Boom. Point number 2, this introduction is weak because it has random thoughts that are scared. Let me give you an example. In this essay, I will talk about study abroad. ठीक है जी, समझ में आ गया? Very short sentence. Good. I give you a thumbs up. Students these days want to go to other countries. You will talk about studying abroad, but you have to be able to connect this sentence with the next sentence in a more supportive manner. It's like, I like chocolates. I like Cadbury. So you've got to be able to connect the first idea with the second idea in a little better way. So the thoughts are a little bit randomly scattered, and that's not an appropriate way to write. Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, Ramanjeet. Pooja says, from the point of view of analyzing topic of essay. Okay, strong vocabulary. Kanchan says complex sentences. Achhi baat hai, yes, definitely. Complex sentences are very important aspects here. Thank you. Now, the next thing that you don't have to do is using I multiple times. Let me give you a very simple example. Let's say I will give you a welcome letter on Monday. This is one type of sentence. The second type of sentence is, hi, the welcome letter will be given to you by me on Monday. Which one do you think is more academic and professional? I repeat, I will give you a welcome letter on Monday, number 1. Number 2, the welcome letter will be given to you by me on Monday. Which one do you think is strong and professional? Of course, the second one. So not focusing on the word I is important. Yeah, so using it multiple times sort of makes it casual and a lot more personal rather than academic. So avoid that. Point number 4, sentences do not flow together. You need to be able to add connectors for them to work. So that's why this particular introduction type is weak. Okie dokie? Samajh mein aaya? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you. Now let's look at introduction type 2. Why is this Bhai Sahab here? Why is this a strong introduction? There are 4 reasons, and these are the reasons that you have to do when you write your introduction. I repeat, these are the reasons that you have to sort of make use of as a strategy when you write your introduction. Chalu karein, dekhein ise? All right, here we go. Please have a look. So the first reason is, can you guess? Hello, bravo. The first reason is it uses academic vocabulary. I think आप लोगों में से किसी ने बोला था that it uses academic vocabulary. रीमा जनरल टेस्ट का हमने पिछले हफ्ते अपलोड करा एक वीडियो. You can watch that. Thank you. So it uses academic vocabulary, words like interconnected, proficiency, etc. So use academic lingo. Point number 2, it moves logically. So have a look. I want to show you something important here. Global education has become increasingly valued. Acha, theek hai ji. It's become valued. Now let's see, ye wala sentence is sentence se kaise connected hai. That's what we have to understand. It is agreed that studying abroad plays a vital role in building a successful career path. So in the first sentence, you're saying that it is increasingly valued, and you're justifying why it is increasingly valued immediately in the second sentence. And that is called process writing. Process writing. What do we call it? Process writing. So the first part is connected to the second part. How come? How is it possible? It is possible because it is justifying the first part. So that's called the flow. The flow is right. So that's why it is strong. So make sure when you write your introduction, one sentence is linked to the next sentence. It is tied to the next sentence. That's very important. Next one. It maintains objectivity, objective academic tone. We've sort of elaborated on it before as well. And the last one, it gives specific examples as well. For example, I'll tell you how it has given example. This will be demonstrated by. Now, when you're using the word by, you're going to give example. Examining how international education enhances both language proficiency and cross-cultural competence. That basically means I agree fully with this passage, with this question, whatever it is. First, I will talk about how it enhances language proficiency. And second, I will talk about how it enhances cross-cultural business competence. So how beautifully the ideas are tied to each other is what exactly the purpose of this essay is, introduction is. अब आपने देखा कैसे introduction एक window खोलता है to understand what is the rest of the passage is going to be about. Gandhi ji once said, ye wo falana dikana. It does not work in introduction. That is a CBSE style. For IELTS introduction, you have to have a laser focus. And that laser focus is, Pehla, there are 3 types of sentences, spoiler alert. There's a paraphrase sentence. Then there's a thesis sentence. And then there's an outline sentence. Wahi ho raha hai yahan par bhi. We will now break this into easy part. In the next 15 minutes, we'll be able to finish it up. But asli kaam abhi chalu ho raha hai, because I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions. Pen or paper haath mein, and let's get started. Here we go. So the first game is, why do introductions matter? I repeat, why do introductions matter? I'm going to show you 4 reasons why introductions matter. Look at the reasons one by one. If you want to pause the video, pause the video. There's no rush. I'm not going anywhere. All you have to do is, can you see the words in neon here? You have to put these words in the sentences that I'm going to show you. Answers मैंने छुपा रखे हैं यहाँ पर. I'm going to show you the answers after 20 seconds. ठीक है? So let's read. The sentences are 2, general, first 3, stand. The first sentence, why is introduction important? So number 1, your introduction is your chance to make a dash impression. Put your answers in the chat box, please. Top chat. I repeat, your introduction is your chance to make a dash impression. The correct answer is first impression. So introduction is the gateway to make that first impression that matters. All right. I'm going to use a different color so that it's easier for you to see. Perfect. Now, number 2. Have a look. In just dash sentences, you need to show your examiner that you understand the task. That means there's a specific number of sentences that you can write in your introduction, and usi time duration mein, perfect, great answer. Many people are saying first, great. Pooja, Sneha, Shana, Reema, perfect. Jayanti, lovely. So, in just dash sentences, what is the correct answer? In just 3 sentences, you need to show your examiner that you understand the task. All right? Within 3 sentences, it should be supremely clear. All right? Reason number 3 why introductions are important. Have a look. A strong thesis statement tells the examiner exactly where you dash on the issue. What is the meaning of thesis statement? Thesis statement हमने पहले भी cover करा हुआ है. For example, कल का जो live stream था 9 बजे का रात को, हमने बताया था कि why thesis statement matters and what is the meaning of thesis statement. In case you haven't watched it, do go back, spend some time, understand it. There are activities just like this. All right? So thesis statement is the backbone of your essay, as I always mention. It is the backbone. It shows what kind of essay is it and what are you going to do. So for example, this person said, I totally agree. That means that's the thesis statement. So the correct answer here is, it shows the examiner exactly where you stand on the issue. So that's a very important element. That's a very important part of it. All right. And the last reason why introductions matter. What is the reason? Here we go. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Your outline statement. By the way, thesis, isko highlight kar dete hain. Thesis and outline, dono bhai bhai hain. All right. Thesis हमेशा पहले आता है, outline उसके बाद आता है. Gotcha? Thesis means I agree, I will talk about disadvantages, I disagree, I partially agree, I will talk about solutions. इन सारे sentence types को thesis sentence बोलते हैं. All right? But what is outline? Outline means you further elaborate it. If you say, I agree with this passage or with this question, then you say, तो आगे क्या बताओगे? If you agree, then what? हम क्या करें if you agree? Then you have to justify it. I agree because first I will talk about this, second I will talk about that. So that's called outline statement. What do we call it? Outline statement. So what is the correct answer here? Your outline sentence presents your two main arguments. What you will discuss in the first paragraph, that argument, and what you will discuss in the second paragraph, that argument. Example से समझाऊं, पीछे जाते हैं. Here we go. So don't focus on the la de la de la, just focus on the last sentence. This will be demonstrated. अब बोलने वाला है कि पहला main idea क्या है? By examining how international education enhances language proficiency. So this is main argument 1. This is outline statement, by the way. Main argument 2 is and cross-cultural business competency. So that means this student, as an examiner, this student is telling me, मेरा पहला paragraph इस चीज़ के बारे में होगा और मेरा second paragraph इस चीज़ के बारे में होगा. So as an examiner, I know कि ये इंसान, this gentleman, this person, is going to be elaborating on this second paragraph में, third paragraph में, ये करने वाला है या नहीं? अभी तक तो clear है. I'm going to give this person very good marks on band 9. अब ये उसे, is this person going to walk the talk or not, is what I'm going to see. So that's what this does. इतना समझ में आया? Outline statement is more like a supporting sentence only. Yes, that's true. H. Kim, if that's your name, apologies for the pronunciation though. Yes, it is more like, nobody has asked me this question. It's a very good question. Yes, outline statement is like a supporting sentence only, but for the introduction. Let's move to Game number 2. We're almost about to finish. Here we go. Now, this game is called sentence matching exercise. What do we have to do? Let's have a look. The instructions are, I'm going to show you a couple of sentences, the 3 sentences that we write in introduction. Remember, introduction has only 3 sentences. How many? Only 3 sentences. Na zyada, na kam. So here we go. These are the 3 types of sentences. Sentence number 1, thesis, paraphrase, and outline. What is your job? What do you have to do? I'm going to show you a definition. You have to tell me in the chat box, which one is this? For example, let's have a look. तो ये definition है, इसमें से आपको बताना है which of these is the sentences, A, B or C. समझ में आया? Here we go. Tells your reader exactly what points your essay will discuss. So what do you think it is? बताओ chat box में. What do you think is number 1? That's what we are asking. Tells your reader exactly what points your essay will discuss. This is, are you ready for the answers? Here we go. This is outline sentence. It tells me what are the points that I will discuss in this essay. This is called outline sentence. Let me show you number 2. Here we go. Let's see how many of you wrote outline. Different answers. That's good. If your answer was not correct, don't worry. It doesn't matter. हम सब यहाँ सीखने के लिए हैं. We love wrong answers. Your participation is more important for us than correct answers. Let's have a look at the next one. Shows your position or opinion about the topic. I repeat, shows your position or your opinion about the topic. क्या लगता है क्या हो सकता है ये? 2 ही बचे हैं अब. Is it A or is it B? Remember, if it shows your opinion, what you're going to do, but you're just making a general comment. I will agree, disagree. Remember, मैंने बताया था. I told you. This is, this bhai sahab here is thesis sentence. It shows your position. You're not elaborating. You're just showing I will agree, I'll disagree. This passage talks about advantages, disadvantages, etc., etc. Good. Many of you have said good. Wonderful. Everybody said good. Excellent. Superb. Now the last bit. Have a look. The last bit is here. Introduces the topic using different words from the question. Repeats the question, but in your own words. Ek hi bacha hai. What is this? This is B, right? Yeah, B. So what are the answers? The answers are right in front of us. A is 2, B is 3. No, I think yahan par galat likha hai. And B is, we're just going to change that here. Apologies. B is, this is a typographical error here. A is 2, 1 is C, and B is 3. Yep, sorry, correct to her. Sorry, I got confused here. I don't know why. Here we go. So A is 2, B is 3, C is 1. These one. And now the last game of the day is right in front of us. In this game, you have to work alone. I'm not going to help you breaking down the sentences. Let's see what we have to do. So the game is very simple. Read the question. Some people think that music and art classes should be removed from schools to focus more on core subjects. Do you agree or disagree? TK? What you have to do is, I have written an introduction here, but I have jumbled it up. I repeat, I have jumbled it up. You have to put those sentences in the correct order. Can I show you? Pause the video, because I'll give you 5 seconds to answer, and I know that it's not possible to answer in 5 seconds. So what you could do is pause the video, read the sentences, and then put it in the right order. Let's have a look. Here we go. I'll read it one by one for you. So you remember there are 3 types of sentences. Paraphrase. Let me write it here for you. It'll be easier for you. So first of all, we write in, put here as well. So first of all, we write paraphrase sentence. Then we write thesis sentence. And then we write outline statement. Not outline. Then we write outline statement. Now the game is very simple. Read A, read B, read C. Which one is paraphrase? Which one is outline? Which one is thesis? You have to put it in the right order. Don't worry if your answer was wrong. Nobody's going to penalize you. We love you. We care for your growth. It doesn't matter. Hij, yes, I think you're right. We're going to have a doubt session as well. Let's organize it sometime next week. I think our course planning team is also planning a session on that as well. So we'll do that. Don't worry. Okay, people are giving us answers. BCA, 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 common. All right, lovely. So let's read it one by one together. Which question, which sentence paraphrases the same thing? Sentence B, have a look. Sentence B paraphrases it. So this is number 1. This is also called paraphrase sentence. Okay. Which is the one that's giving your point of view, not elaborating. It's just giving your point of view, and that is, it is disagreed. So it is number 2. All right. So this is thesis sentence here. And which of these is giving an outline? That means first I will talk about children's emotional intelligence, and later I will talk about future career prospects. So that means my paragraph 1 will be this, and my paragraph 2 will be this when I start writing the essay. So मेरी job क्या रहती है? As an examiner, I will only have to check, is this person talking about children's emotional health in the first main idea, and is this person talking about future career prospects in the second one? That's what we have to see, and that's called process writing. You're connecting one idea with the next idea, another idea with the next idea. That's how the flow goes. I hope abhi tak samajh mein aaya hoga. All right, perfect. So happy to see active participation today. Perfect, lovely. Here we go. Please have a look. Now, ab bari aati hai ek game ki. What is the game? Don't read it. Listen to me, please. The game is, you have to write an introduction to get a feedback from me. And don't worry, I do not allow any of the teachers or any team members to come and give feedback or AI. I do it myself. I respect your dedication, and I respect and care for the job that I do. So what am I saying? Pick any one question that you see on the screen here. Any one question you have to write. I'm giving you option. Either you can choose environment, or you can choose education, or technology, or work life. Pick any one question. not in live chat, in the comments section below, write a simple 3-line wala introduction. I'm going to be giving you feedback on this tomorrow because abhi to, of course, it'll be very late after the session. I'm going to be giving you feedback. So wait for my reply. You'll receive a notification on YouTube that I have replied. Wait for my reply, and I'm going to give you feedback on how your task was, how the first paragraph, introduction paragraph was. 3 se zyada mat likhiyega. Only write 3, and I'll give you feedback on individually. There are 19-20 students watching consistently. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, Ji? All right. So take a screenshot, pause the video. Either take the screenshot or pause the video. Okay? All right, let's move ahead. Now, what I want to say is very important. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Let me know your views in the comments section. Live chat paid ho jati hai. Use the comments section, please. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. As I said, your support is a booster to the efforts that we make in creating this lesson or these lessons for you. Next week, like we have a series going on for IELTS writing task, we will start a series for voice and accent training. We will cover the basics and the fundamentals of voice and accent training. Right now, all that you see are the basics of IELTS writing. There's so much more to it. The idea of this lesson is to basically help you, support you in reaching that doubt, clearing that doubt when it comes to the basics and the fundamental concepts that are there in IELTS or academic English, or for that matter, spoken English or voice and accent, etc., etc. But there's something that you have to do right now. Scan this QR code. I repeat, scan this QR code and let me know how did you like today's lesson. Your thoughts mean the world to me and also help me understand what can I do further to improve these lessons for you every day. Again, welcome to the family. If you haven't subscribed to the video, to the channel, please do so. That's very important. Number 2, I have a 7-day masterclass. In this 7-day masterclass, we only cover IELTS writing because there are so many people who have taken the test, but they are really struggling with IELTS writing. So in this 7-day masterclass, let me show you what are the advanced things that we cover. The most important thing that we look at in this masterclass is what are the tricks for advanced grammar. Yes, बहुत सारी videos available हैं internet पर and all of that, but that's all surface level knowledge. Remember, this is a very analytical subject. Don't waste your time self-studying. And I know a lot of teachers may recommend that, but it requires professional training. So that's very important there. We're also going to be looking at the most common mistakes and the secrets of marking criteria that you have to keep in mind. Read it in more detail on the website. When you enroll on my 7-day masterclass, I also give you access to my Veritas app, जिसमें सारी exercises हैं. By the way, कुछ भी recorded नहीं है और recorded courses के लिए जाइएगा भी मत because they are just a waste of time. Live training मेरे साथ होगी Monday to Sunday 7 दिनों के लिए for 7 days at 9:30 p.m. and until 10:30 p.m. So everybody's finished their work. In those 7 days, we'll cover everything related to IELTS writing so that you can fulfill your dream of traveling abroad and settling abroad. And don't have to waste tons of money and months for that matter. So क्या होने वाला है इसमें? When you're ready, you can simply go to the link in the end of the page and register. As soon as you register on Join Your Batch, you will get access to the app and we will start this course next week on Monday. I repeat, next week on Monday at 9:30 p.m. So far, I want to say it was an absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you so much for being a part of this lesson. Loads and loads of love, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be discussing something very important, but I'm going to keep it a surprise. Generally, I tell in every live stream what we will do tomorrow, but I'm not going to tell today. So be present, turn the notifications on, and I will see you same time tomorrow. Lots of love, big hug, ace in your IELTS, and sending so much positivity your way. God bless.